जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जामिश्रवाद परम सपूज्य काचार्य श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस इसी भक्ति विधान स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जामिश्रवाद परम सपूज्य काचार्य श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत श्री ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय कलिग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd, Chapter 8, Questions by King Parikshit, Text number 3. Kathayasva Mahabhaga Yataham kilatmani Krishne nivesha nisangam Manastyakshe kalevaram Kathayasva Mahabhaga Yataham akhilatmani Krishne niveshe nisangam Manastyakshe kalevaram Kathayasva Mahabhaga Yataham khilatmani Krishne niveshe nisangam Manastyakshe kalevaram Mataji. Kathayasva. Please continue speaking. Mahabhaga, O greatly fortunate one. Yatha, as much as. Aham, I. Akhila Atmani, unto the Supreme Soul. Krishna, unto Lord Sri Krishna. Niveshya, having place. Nisangam, being freed from material qualities. Mana, mind. Tyakshe, may relinquish. Kalevaram, body. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada.
Translation: O greatly fortunate Shukadev Goswami, please continue narrating Srimad Bhagavatam so that I can place my mind upon the Supreme Soul, Lord Krishna, and being completely freed from material qualities, thus relinquish this body. Purport: to be engaged in hearing the transcendental narration described in the text of Srimad Bhagavatam means to constantly associate with the Supreme Soul, Sri Krishna. And to constantly associate with the Supreme Lord Krishna means to be liberated from the qualities of matter. Lord Krishna is like the sun, and material contamination is like darkness. As the presence of the sun dissipates darkness, constant engagement in the association of the Lord Sri Krishna frees one from the contamination of the material qualities. Contamination by the material qualities is the cause of repeated birth and death, and liberation from material qualities is transcendence. Maharaj Parikshit was now a realized soul by this secret of liberation through the grace of Shukadev Goswami. For the latter had informed the king that the highest perfection of life is to be in remembrance of Narayan at the end of life. Maharaj Parikshit was destined to give up his body at the end of 7 days, and thus he decided to continue remembering the Lord by his association with the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, and thus to quit his body in full consciousness of the presence of Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Soul. The hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam performed by professional men is different from the transcendental hearing of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit was a soul realized in the absolute truth, Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. The fruitive materialist is not a realized soul. He wants to derive some material benefit from his so-called hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam. Undoubtedly, such an audience hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from the professional men can derive some material benefit as they desire. But that does not mean that such a pretense of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam for a week is as good as the hearing of Maharaj Parikshit. It is a duty of the same to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from a self-realized soul and not be duped by professional men. One should continue such hearing till the end of one's life so that one can actually have the transcendental association of the Lord and thus be liberated simply by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Maharaj Parikshit had already given up all his connections with his kingdom and family, the most attractive features of materialism. But still, he was conscious of his material body. He wanted to be free of such bondage also by the constant association of the Lord. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dati Swapadantekam Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Krupa Sindho Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So, welcome everyone for today's morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. First of all, I would like to take permissions from so many senior counselors like Vrishabhanu Prabhu, Rohinanand Prabhu, many others. They are my seniors. So I can speak something for my purification and for the benefit of everyone. So, in this verse, we can see that King Parikshit is requesting Shukadev Goswami to continue narrating Srimad Bhagavatam. Is everyone comfortable? I think something is going on. Is everyone able to hear till end? No? Yes? Everyone can hear? Behind? All? Okay. Because hearing is what is emphasized here. So if hearing is not proper, then it will be difficult to connect to the points. So here, King Parikshit is requesting Shukadev Goswami to narrate Srimad Bhagavatam. And we can see that these two great personalities, King Parikshit and Shukadev Goswami, they are not ordinary people. King Parikshit was a king of the entire planet. just few hours before this Bhagavatam started, Shukadev Goswami had appeared on the scene at that place. Just before that, King Parikshit was a King Parikshit. He was a king of the world. He had everything. He had a big kingdom. He had a good wife. He had children. He had treasury. He had a lot of vehicles, in the sense that at that time there were animals, horses, and they were considered to be vehicles at that time. And so much social network. Sutagara. He had connections with so many people. And when he was given that notice of 7 days, that you have only 7 days left now. What we may do? We may try to call everyone around, try to be with everyone, try to do so many good things, or someone may get depressed, I have only 7 days. What can I do now? I can't do anything. King Parikshit, he took that situation in a very positive way. He did not regret. He was not retaliating. Why me? Why I was cursed? I will punish that Shringi. I will demolish the ashram of the Shramik Rishi. I will throw them out of the kingdom. What power they have. But he didn't do such things. He accepted. He respected the power of Brahmanas. He understood that Brahmana has curse. So I should not, I should accept it. He accepted the curse positively. And decided to inquire about what is his duty now. In such case, because he had only 7 days now. And he considered that as a blessing. And that death was also not very ordinary death, natural death. He was cursed that he will die because of a snake bite. Takshaka, snake. Very powerful, poisonous snake. Snake bird, right? So, we may fear of snakes, right? Some snake comes even at a remote place. We are scared to approach near. And what to speak of bitten by a snake? Very scary imagination. We may have experience of taking anesthesia, okay? Right? So what happens during that time? We have been told that there will be some pain and you will become unconscious, like that. And then surgery will happen and then again you will become conscious. And then when that chemical medicine is injected in our veins, sometimes we experience that there is something flowing in our body, right? Something is moving. And it goes to certain place and then we are in a different world. Right? We don't know what's happening around. We lose the consciousness, we lose the sensation. And we are guaranteed that after some time we will again become conscious. But for Parikshit Maharaj, there was no such guarantee. The poison is going to enter. The real poison. Very powerful poison. Different types of poison have been explained. Kalakuta, halahal, and various things. So this poison is going to enter, and it is going to be a permanent end. Clinically, he'll be dead. So he had that kind of anxiety on his mind. Can you imagine when we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and we have been given such kind of notice? Will we be able to hear Srimad Bhagavatam? We'll be always thinking of that snake bird, right? Which direction is going to come? When he is going to come? And what will happen to me? I am such a great person, king, so much external designations. So, King Parikshit, it is explained that he had given up all those attachments. Atma Jaya Sutagara, Pashudravana Bandhush, Rajya Chavikale Nityam, Virudam Mamatam Jaho. It is explained that what is the qualification of King Parikshit? How he was able to get detached from so many things. Atma Jaya, first of all, the body, his personal body. He was not taking even drinking water and eating food, right? That was his determination. That till that snake bird comes, no eating, no taking water, no sleeping during. That was his determination, that he was totally focused on hearing. And all other attachments, he gave up. Giving up his big kingdom. Because he understood that now what is the use of having this kingdom? What this kingdom will help me now? It is just extra liability, right? Better delegate quickly. His wife gave up, got detached. Not wife is sitting next to him and hearing. Of course, she must be getting benefited. But it was his own examination. It was his own journey now. He was going to... It was his own journey. He understood that I have to face this now. Sutagara, his children, treasury, wealth. His sword he gave up. The sword which was the symbol of protection. He was going in his kingdom, protecting others. Now he needed protection for himself, right? He thought that this sword is a useless piece of metal. What this sword is going to help me? I'm not going to be protected by this sword. I cannot kill my destiny through my sword. He gave up everything, thinking that this is all material, this is not going to help me at this time. That was a real detachment. And not only he just physically gave up, but he gave up within his mind. It is not that while sitting he was thinking that maybe my son should hand over something and can't take control of something, my bank assets or anything, whatever FDs and so that was not in his mind at all. It was all wiped out instantly. That being in a position as a king, that he gave up. Not externally, but within his mind he gave up. So these are very important lessons we can learn from King Parikshit. Because so many attachments are within the mind. The mind creates all the attachments and makes one feel that I am so and so. I am the ruler, controller, master, brahmachari, sannyasi, various designations one may get. Because all these designations are within the mind. All these attachments are there within us. So King Parikshit, he gave up all those attachments from within also. And how he was able to give up all those attachments? Because he was attached to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing the glories of Lord Krishna. Virudam mamato jaho, rajye chavelkam nityam, virudam mamato. These deep-rooted attachments. These are all deep-rooted attachments. We may give up for some time. And after a few days, mera mobile kahan hai? I want to call somebody. Even if we lose mobile, for some time, we don't see our mobile. 5 minutes, let us take. We become restless. And especially when we are traveling. When you are traveling and we don't find mobile, we think that the whole world is lost. Right? Right. So we are attached to that small fancy gadget. So all our attachments are revolving around that small piece of metal. Right? So we can imagine how much the metal energy is so strong. Our attachments are so deep-rooted. And what Parikshit Maharaj went through, sooner or later, everyone will be going through this situation. Right? Whether we like it or not. We may accept it or not accept it. We may deny it for a long time. But it is going to happen. So therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, becoming attached to hearing the glories of the Lord becomes very, very important. Because if we have that, and if we don't have anything, we have not lost anything. Because if you get Krishna, then you get everything. You don't have to worry whether in the spiritual world I will have this or not. How can I live in the spiritual world without mobile? How can I call my Gopa friends? Right? But it's a different communication. There is a different world. We don't have to depend on these material necessities. So therefore, King Parikshit is showing by his own example how to be a real king. Even at that situation, he was a king actually. Because he was a king of his senses. He has controlled his mind and senses. So within he was actually a king, and he did not at a higher level, and he was leading his followers, all the praja, through that example, that how to face death even in that situation. So he was setting a very good example. And it is explained that Not only that, he was not attached to fruitive activities. He was not interested in hearing demigod worship. He was not interested in hearing the process of Jnana Marga, how to become liberated, how to achieve the impersonal Brahmajyoti. He was not interested in all those, even spiritual topics, that they elevate ones to the higher level of one's spiritual life. He was not even interested in that. He was interested only in hearing the glories of Lord Krishna. Because he understood that that is the real nectar. That is the real Amrut, which will make me immortal. This poison may kill me physically. But if I am drinking the nectar of Krishna Katha, then that nectar of Krishna Katha will give me eternal life. The life in this material world is temporary. But the spirit soul has eternal life, which is eternal, which doesn't take birth or die or disease or old age. It is permanent. And that life is possible only in the spiritual world. So King Parikshit had focused his mind that now I want to reach to that destination where there is no repeated birth and death. So that was the determination of King Parikshit. And he was totally focused on hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Because hearing is a process through which he was connecting to the Supreme Lord. He was connecting with the spiritual world. And therefore hearing is very, very important. There are so many seminars and workshops and many things to improve hearing. Do you know that? Communication seminars and many things just to improve our hearing. Why? Because many times our hearing is not proper. Sometimes while the conversations are going on and there are misunderstandings and all that. So one party says, "Kaan khol ke sun lo." Now, ears are always open. Right? So what is the need of saying, "Kaan khol ke sun lo"? Right? Means there is some problem in hearing. I am speaking, but person is not hearing. His inside he has gone somewhere else. He's not with the topic. He's gone somewhere else and meditating on something and so many other things. So therefore, hearing is important. And there was one political activist, George Bernard Shaw. He mentions, he has a very famous quote. He mentions that the single most problem in communication, is the illusion that it has happened. Got it? In the communication, sometimes we feel that I have communicated my message. People have understood. But that is the greatest illusion. Sometimes the communication, there are gaps. The message has not been communicated properly. Speaker may be speaking something. And hearer may be hearing something else. Because what is in our mind, we hear that. Mind also is, a lot of clutter is there. And we want, the speaker should speak like that. Mind is saying. So there can be a lot of hearing issues. And therefore, that skill has to be developed. Hearing skills, listening skills have to be developed. And therefore, there are seminars on that. Hours and hours people spend to improve hearing. What was the point? क्या बोला? सबके सामने क्या बोला? और बाद में क्या बोला? याद ही नहीं. सबके अरे वाह क्या बोलता है यार. But after some time we forget everything. So therefore, some jokes, stress busters, so that we become more focused on hearing. So therefore, hearing is important. Where Parikshit Maharaj was focused. What was the focus of Parikshit Maharaj? He was just interested in hearing Krishna Katha. Even Shukadev Goswami was slightly digressing and trying to go detour and remote some connection. He was trying to bring it back, and I want to hear this point because there is a connection with Krishna. That was the attentive hearing King Parikshit was having. And therefore, sometimes in Kali Yuga, we may say that attention span is less. People have very less attention span. But sometimes there is no attention at all. People are not attentive. I mean, what to speak of attention span? No attention at all. So, attention is required. We hear more attentively. We focus on hearing. Because that hearing will help us to become purified. To transcend this repeated birth and death. The sound vibration, the transcendental sound vibration, is not an ordinary sound vibration. It helps us to transcend the material platforms, the mode of ignorance and passion. It helps us to go beyond. And King Parikshit is said to be the example of a personality who perfected his life by hearing, Shravanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam. Right? Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanevedanam. 9 processes of devotional service. So, Shravanam is the first thing. Any subject we want to learn, whether it is a material science, any knowledge we want to get, first is hearing. Even in legal matters also, first is hearing. Right? So, good that you are hearing nicely. Anything. Those who are interested in finance, they are interested in hearing about money matters. Right? Everyone has their different interest. Those who have more administrative nature, they will be interested in where is power, who is in power, right? Or how can I come in power? Or who will get the elections? Who will get elected? So all those, according to our nature, we have different types of hearing. So we need to realize that if I have to transcend this material world, I need to improve my hearing. I have to transcend these different modes, at least for some time. At least while hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Afterwards we can have our lot of social, material duties. We can perform that. We are not Parikshit Maharaj. But at least during the time of Srimad Bhagavatam. Because that will help us to build up the hearing, quality of hearing. Shukadev Goswami is another personality who is a very, very different person. When he came at that place, there were people following him and they were thinking that he's a mad person. Because he was at a different level of Paramahansa stage. And ordinary people thought him to be a mad person who is not wearing any clothes, he's just going oblivious, and they were mocking at him, and all these things were going on. But when he came in that assembly where Parikshit Maharaj was waiting, all these sages, they stood up to welcome Shukadev Goswami. They understood that he is not an ordinary person. He is a special person. We should not mistake him for his external appearance. And then when he started speaking, then the real qualities started coming out. Speech is a very important quality of a person. And Shukadev Goswami perfectly understood the situation. Shukadev Goswami knew that this king has only 7 days. I can speak for 7 years. This much content I have. But I have to compress it within 7 days. Right? He knew the kind of protocols of the Bhagavatam class. How much time to speak, how much is the attention span, right? And to the point, covering all the aspects of Srimad Bhagavatam, bringing all the various personalities during the Bhagavatam, bringing all the various incarnations of Lord Krishna. So Shukadev Goswami was so expert in all these. Quoting from various sages and what happened in that loka and what Sanat Kumar spoke, what Lord Sankarshan, how they instructed Maitra and Vidura Samvad. All those things gradually intertwined very expertly and brought in front of King Parikshit. Everything was perfectly connected. And all these 7 days are also perfectly organized. All these 12 cantos, whatever, I think in the beginning of 12th canto, it ends. But whatever time they had, he perfectly managed within that time. That is the expertise of Shukadev Goswami. Just taking the essence of everything, sometimes telling some stories, some incarnations in one verse. Just like in today's time, these Reels and Insta and all that shorts. Within 1 minute, video of 1 minute. Had anybody thought about 1 minute everything goes on? Everyone tries to create impact within 1 minute. And how long it lasts? Not even for 1 minute. We forget. We just scroll to the next. And that also is scroll, and just we keep scrolling. So, that reels and shorts are not going to help. Unless if they are Krishna Katha and somebody is really giving a good message. And I was just thinking that these reels and shorts are like the symptoms of Kali Yuga. Reels means the mind is reeling always. Arjuna also was telling, my mind is reeling. And shorts means Kali Yuga lifespan has become shorts. So reels and shorts will deplete our life. It's a symptom of Kali Yuga. So we should be careful. So, Shukadev Goswami, he was narrating Kirtanam, continuously speaking for 7 days and 7 nights. Is it possible? Can somebody do it? Speaker, Shrota is hearing, audience is hearing, so he's not also getting up. He knew that it is his urgency now. I cannot stop speaking. I got थोड़ा थक गया मैं अभी थोड़ा दूसरा बाबा थोड़ा पापा थोड़ा मेरा भागवतम क्लास कंटिन्यू करो. He was not telling Srila Vyasadeva that please continue my Bhagavatam. Or many sages were there. They could have taken turn by turn and added more things. But no, Shukadev Goswami was sitting there continuously. Because he knew that that is the urgency now. This King Parikshit needs, he's inquiring, he's hearing from me, he wants to hear from me. So this combination of King Parikshit and Shukadev Goswami is very, very important to understand and meditate. That how both of them, they were attentive to each other. It is not that थोड़ा spaced out हो गया, फिर रिपीट कर सर थोड़ा और बताओ ना, फिर वो पॉइंट क्या था मुझे याद नहीं, वो थोड़ा एक्रोनिम में आप कुछ ने बताया, वो थोड़ा एक रिपीट कर सकते हैं, अच्छा है. Nothing like that. And Parikshit Maharaj was also not getting tired. That अभी बहुत हो गया, थोड़ा मैं थोड़ा biological needs भी होता है भाई, इतना भी ये transcendental नहीं है. So it's not like that. In fact, his quality of hearing was improving at every moment. As Shukadev Goswami was speaking, he was becoming more eager to hear. How is it possible? Right? Materially we may get tired, right? But he knew that this is urgency. He was focused on hearing. So when we are hearing, when we are absorbed on Krishna Katha, when we want to hear more and more, then we want to hear more and more. We do not want speaker to stop it. That is the quality of King Parikshit and Shukadev Goswami. That they were giving pleasure to each other. Machchitta madgata prana, bodhayanta paraspram, kathayantasya mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. Because that is the topic. Krishna Katha is a topic between devotees that keeps them alive in spiritual life. So therefore, hearing Krishna Katha is, in the association of devotees, attentively hearing is very, very important. And then through that hearing, his consciousness was getting more and more purified and clearer. He was not getting tired. In fact, he was hearing, and his quality was hearing was improving. He was wanting to hear Krishna Katha. He was not saying that ये बहुत philosophical हो रहा है, थोड़ा जल्दी fast forward कर दो, मुझे कृष्ण लीला वो बहुत बंसी वाले मोहन प्यारे मोहन उनकी लीला सुनना है. He was not like that. Because Shukadev Goswami was going systematically, he told that I am coming there, I am going to reach to that point. But he was not saying ki fast forward kar thoda. So these qualities are very important. And although this situation in life of King Parikshit was very difficult situation, he was going to die and snake bird and everything. But through that situation, he was growing. He was growing through that situation. He was not just going through the situation. There is a difference. Just going through the situation. थोड़ा difficulty अभी क्या करे? I'm just going through a difficulty. But are we just go through the difficulty? Or do we grow through the difficulties? That is the difference. That time decides actually whether our quality of bhakti devotion is growing or we are just going through. Right? So therefore, now the Chandan Yatra also has started, the sandalwood and everything is very nicely decorated on the Lord. So I was just meditating on this sandalwood. Sandalwood and stone. Let us take both. Every year it is kept outside deity room, sandalwood and stone. Okay. And devotees are told, Chandan Seva, whoever wants to do the Chandan Seva, they can do that. Now what is this Chandan Seva? What is this service of sandalwood? Sandalwood, in the beginning, is very hard, right? We cannot offer like a big chunk of sandalwood to Lord Krishna. Krishna may accept it also, but the better in a different form. It has to become soft. So that sandalwood is grinded, right, on this stone. Right. In the beginning, the sandalwood is also hard, little hard, but not as hard as stone. Stone is more harder. It doesn't change immediately. Sandalwood is grinded on that stone. And just by one grinding, do you get a big sandalwood paste? No. We may do once. We have to add little water, again do it, keep doing. And then after some time, little paste starts coming, right? And then we take it and put in the, whatever the utensils we have kept it. How many of you have done sandalwood seva? Many of you have done, good. So you have experience. Many have not done, so you can try. So sandalwood is it's a very nice meditation. I was thinking that what lessons we can learn through sandalwood and stone. So sandalwood is grinded. It is going through a difficult situation. Gharshan, friction ho raha hai bahut. He has to fight against this stone, hard stone. And every time it is crushed against it, crushing, little by little crushing, and then sandalwood becomes little by little soft. It's becoming like a paste. It starts reducing. His nature starts changing. Sandalwood is a very hard chunk. Now it starts becoming a soft paste, right? It becomes very soft. And then what happens when we add little camphor and water? The smell of sandalwood starts permeating everywhere, right? We know that somebody is grinding sandalwood, right? That smell starts coming. Just by the smell we understand that there is some service going on, right? But what sandalwood is going through? Sandalwood is going through a very difficult situation in its life. It is getting rubbed against that hard stone. But during that difficult situation, sandalwood becomes soft. And what happens to stone? Stone doesn't change. Does stone become like a small, little powder stone? Stone doesn't change at all. So when there is a friction between devotees, there are two different natures, they collide with each other. Everyone has a different chemistry and sometimes we don't match with each other. And there is a friction. ये change ही नहीं होता है. उसको कितना बोलना पड़ता है, समझता नहीं, सुनता ही नहीं. We think that other person is not changing. But we have to change from our side. If we have to become soft and then later be offered to Lord Krishna, then we have to become soft. If we remain hard, what will happen? Every year Pujari will come and keep outside deity room. पहले वो अंदर रहता है, उसको निकाल के बाहर रखा जाता है कि तू बाहर जाओ, उधर सेवा तुम्हारा बाहर होगा. Sandalwood becomes soft and then he again goes inside and goes at the lotus feet of Shri Radha. So who is better? Sandalwood is better or sandstone is better? Sandstone is sandalwood. Sandalwood is better, right? Because it becomes soft and then it becomes offerable to Lord Krishna. So therefore, when the difficult situations come in our life, we have to become soft. We cannot become hard and मैं उसको सबक सिखा के रखूँगा या रखूँगी, whatever. सुनता कैसा नहीं, मतलब क्या है? I am boss, I am MD or whatever designations come. We become hard, more hard, and we lose the opportunity. We lose the opportunity to be offered to Lord Krishna. So therefore, this is what I was just observing, that this sandalwood and sandstone, what we can learn from them. That one is, both of them, they are fighting against each other. But one grows through the situation. One is growing. Sandalwood grows. It starts giving fragrance. Even it starts giving fragrance to that stone. Stone also gets fragrant because of the sandalwood, right? And stone just goes through the situation. It just remains like that, doesn't change at all. So therefore, difficulties in our life, when the difficulties come in our life, we should grow through the situation. We should not just go through the situation. And here also we can see King Parikshit. King Parikshit, he grew through the situation. He was not just going through the situation of 7 days anxiety and Takshaka is going to come and kill me and all that. He was totally focused on Krishna Katha. So therefore, these are the various things. And because of this Chandan festival, the origin of Chandan festival also we can take for a few minutes. It's a very nice meditation and service to Lord Krishna, that this festival is being celebrated for 21 days, starting from Akshaya Tritiya. 2 days before there was Akshaya Tritiya festival. And it's a very auspicious day, Akshaya Tritiya. Many messages and were coming, and what is the significance of. And we can see that for us also, for us means those who are in this line of parampara, Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya parampara, for them also this festival or 21 days festival is also very important because of one great personality named Srila Madhavendra Puri. Srila Madhavendra Puri, he is a very great personality. He was the spiritual master of the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master is Ishvara Puri. And Ishvara Puri's spiritual master is Srila Madhavendra Puri. So Srila Madhavendra Puri was a very, very elevated, pure devotee of Lord Krishna, who was so absorbed in thinking of Krishna that even if he would see a rain cloud in the sky, rainy season time, bluish cloud or blackish cloud, he would think of Krishna and faint in ecstasy. That was the absorption of Srila Madhavendra Puri. That he was so much absorbed in thinking of Krishna, because whatever was in his mind, he was connecting with the external world. It is not that he was connected with the external world and then trying to bring that in our internal world. But what we think inside, that we see outside. We must know that. What is our inside that we see? We see that outside. So Srila Madhavendra Puri was trying to see everything connected with Krishna. He was already seeing Krishna within. So therefore, whatever he was seeing outside, he was thinking that it has some connection with Krishna. So that is the absorption. Depending upon our consciousness, Krishna will reciprocate. If our consciousness is Krishna conscious, we will see everything connected with Krishna. So therefore, when he was traveling, he went to Vrindavan, and in Vrindavan he went to Govardhan, and at Govardhan he went to Govind Kund. There he was sitting and chanting, and his resolution, he was a sannyasi, very, very exalted sannyasi. And he was such a sannyasi that he would not even beg food from anyone. He would think that if somebody comes and gives me, then only I will take it. It's not that kal ka bhi kota aaj. Nothing like that. So whatever comes by Krishna's grace, he will supply me. Why should I worry? No storage, no bank account, nothing. Just totally depending on Krishna. So he was sitting and just chanting, absorbed with chanting. And many hours passed. And he was not asking anybody to give me some water or food or something. So at that time, one coward boy came there. And he told him that, "Oh, Sannyasi ji, I have seen that you have not eaten anything. I am a coward boy. And I am seeing that you have not eaten. Please drink this pot of milk." So he asked that, "How do you know that I am hungry? I have not eaten food." So that boy said that there are so many here. This is my village. In my village, nobody goes hungry. And there are so many, these ladies are there. They told me that you are sitting there, you have come from such and such place, and you have not eaten anything. So therefore, either people beg madhukari, they beg food from somebody and they eat. But in my village, nobody goes hungry. So please take this pot of milk. So, and I will come back again to collect this pot. And that boy vanished. And Srila Madhavendra Puri, he was trying to search for that boy, but by that time he had vanished and disappeared. He was not seen at all. So Srila Madhavendra Puri, he drank that milk and was chanting, and he was waiting, where is this boy gone? When he's going to come back? I have to return his pot to him. So he was just continuously chanting. The night came and then he was just chanting throughout. And then till early morning he felt little sleepy. He dozed off a little bit. And then he got a dream. And in the dream, he saw that same boy again. And he told that I know you are Srila Madhavendra Puri. And you please help me. I am hiding in this bush. Pujari has put me in this bush. Since many years, I have been suffering scorching heat, wind, sunlight, and winter season. All these various things are affecting me. So I'm feeling very hot. Please take out from there. Because I was installed by Vajra, the great grandson of Lord Krishna. After Lord Krishna's disappearance, we know that only few were remaining. Vajranab was remaining, and he would install a lot of deities in Vrindavan, carved deities. And later, so many foreign invasions happened, and the pujaris, sometimes they had to hide the deities or run away with the deities. Some deities were transferred to Jaipur and other places. So this deity of Gopal was hidden in the bush by Pujari. The Pujari, he thought that let the Lord be safe, right? I may escape, but Lord will not be able to escape. So I have to hide him somewhere. So he hid him in the bush. And he ran away. So that was happening, unfortunately. What can we do? That is the inconceivable Lord, will of the Lord, that He hides Himself and again manifests Himself. Whenever He sees that my pure devotee is going to worship me, He will again manifest in many miraculous ways. So, Madhavendra Puri, he got this dream and he woke up. And he understood that now that boy was none other than Lord Krishna. I got the darshan of Lord Krishna, but I didn't realize he was Krishna. And now he has given me a mission. I had to fulfill that mission. I had to go and rescue that. So next day he was told that he should take the choppers and spades and everything because it was in a dense forest. A lot of bushes were there around. So he went with a lot of people. He told them that I got such a dream and please help me. Maybe there is some deity there or something. We need to find out. So they went. And they went to that exact place where that boy had indicated. And they started digging and they found the deity of Shri Gopal. Shri Gopal ji ki jai. So that deity was found after many, many years. That deity was excavated from that ground, that bushes, and that deity was very heavy. So they needed many people, many strong-willed people to lift the deity. And Lord had told that you take me out of this place and put it on the top of the hill, Govardhan hill. You worship me there, how you should worship, and all that detailed explanation is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, of course, after when the deity came, now Lord has personally come. Now you cannot stop anything, right? When Lord has come personally, you cannot say, no, abhi, I can't worship, bada responsibility I can't take. He's agreed, okay, this is the wish of the Lord, I should now worship the deity. So he started organizing people, getting Abhishek done, the installation and all the ceremony. It's a very nice detailed description in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There was a festival after festival was going on. People from neighboring villages, they were coming, they were bringing bhoga and then they're offering to Gopal. And it was going on for many, many days. It is explained that 2 years sometime, the Annakut festival was going on 2 continuous years. So you can imagine the power of Shri Gopalji. And how much he was eager to receive all the services from his devotees. And after 2 years, again, that same Lord appeared in the dream of Srila Madhavendra Puri and told that I need some chandan. I need some sandalwood paste. Because although you did so much abhishek, so much bhoga is offered, very nice worship is going on, but I was there for years, perhaps centuries, in that hot bushes and so many seasons I've seen. So my body has become very hot. So please bring some chandan from Malaya Hills or Orissa, Jagannath Puri. So now this is another mission he has got. If we get such a big mission and tall order, then we will ask a lot of our followers, chalo jao udhar management or bring so many kgs of chandan. But Srila Madhavendra Puri went alone. Because that was his service to Lord Gopal. He delegated the worship of Sri Gopal to the other Brahmanas who can carry on that. But this difficult service he accepted on his own. And then went on to the mission to collect chandan. It is explained that Shaile Shaile na Manikyam, Mauktikam na Gaje Gaje, Sadavo hi na Sarvatra, Chandanam na Vane Vane. Shaile Shaile na Manikyam. Not on all the mountains there are pearls and nice jewels. Sometimes some special mountains will get nice jewels and pearls, diamonds and all. But not every mountain. Mauktikam na gaje gaje. Some elephants may have a mukta mani on their head. Not all elephants will have. There may be thousands of elephants. But not all elephants will have that mukta mani. And Srila Prabhupada at one place somewhere he mentions that how these manis form on the head of gaja or in the oyster or sarpa, nag. When the raindrops of Swati Nakshatra falls on the head of the snakes or gaja, elephants, or in the oysters, then those formations take place. Not every time. So it is extremely very rare to get such gajamani. Sadvohina sarvata. There are so many human beings. But to get a one real sadhu is not easy. Chandanam hina vane vane. There may be so many forests. But not in every forest one will get chandan. Chandanam hina vane vane. So chandan, the sandalwood paste, is specially available in Malaya Hills. Sometimes in the hills, in the forest of Jagannath Puri, Orissa, those places also. And in the Asian, those islands are there. There, mostly those sandalwood trees are grown and found. Srila Prabhupada explains that Malaysia was one time famous for sandalwood, chandan. But now they are growing rubber. Because they think that is more profitable. And it has been there for thousands of years. Kunti Devi also he compares Lord Krishna as Malaya Seva Chandanam. Lord Krishna as sandalwood. Lord Krishna himself as a sandalwood, who has appeared in the dynasty of Yadu. It may appear that the unborn is born, or he comes in the dynasty of Yadu, or to give pleasure to the kings or his devotees, but he is like a sandalwood paste. When he appears, that dynasty becomes famous. It is not because of that dynasty Krishna has become famous. Because of Krishna, that dynasty has become famous. So therefore, this is very, very important, that how this Chandan festival, and of course, it's a long story. Its time is already up. Everyone has to take prasadam. So maybe sometime later we'll continue. But it's a very nice story how Srila Madhavendra Puri, he went to Orissa, Remuna. There another story of Shirachara Gopinath. Then he went and then again brought Chandan and applied that Chandan to Gopinath. And how Lord accepted that as a service to him. So sometime later or some other will speak on that. So I would like to stop here now. Thank you very much. Kantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Somebody will do kirtan? Some question? Okay. Time? Okay. Here. One more. Yeah, okay. Yes.
About Indian hearing and example of sandalwood stone becoming soft. Used to be lotus feet of Shri Radha and about wonderful pastimes of Madhavendra Puri. I was just reading the purport, and in the purport it's mentioned at the last that Maharaj Parikshit had already given up all his connections with his kingdom and family, the most attractive feature of materialism. So how as a devotees, even if our families are also devotees, but still we are attached to our families and so many things. So how can we understand that at the last moment we are not attached to family or so many other material things?
I am not the right person to answer because yeah. So we may have attachments if our focus should be on hearing Krishna Katha. Family members will be attached to family members to some extent, no doubt about it. We cannot deny that. But our focus should be more towards Lord Krishna. We should pray to Lord Krishna that give me that unmotivated, unflinching attachment towards Him. Just like Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he was also praying, Manasa deha goho jo kichumu arpilu tuva pade nandakesh. That I have given up everything, my mind, my body, my words, everything towards you. So let my attachment, my attraction be towards you. And then that will be a great service to your family members. If you are attached to Krishna, at that moment, then you are doing a greater service. If you are attached to them, then you are not doing that great service. So if you are at that stage where now few moments are remaining, we should become totally absorbed in hearing and absorbing in Lord Krishna's stories and kirtan. Because Krishna has given us so many things for so much time, and it will not remain always, right? Some time or later we'll have to give up, whether we like it or not. So at that time we should pray to the Lord that please let my attention, focus should be towards you. 100%. Right? Okay.
So you are saying that when we speak, there is a communication and we think that it has been understood. But actually it's not the case. So how do we actually ensure that we understand what the other person is speaking, and when we speak, the same thing is going to the other person?
Yeah. So therefore, first of all, we should be very attentive in hearing. That is the first stage. We should be hearing attentively. And if you have not understood any particular subject or topic, then we should inquire. We should clarify the point. That what is that point I want to understand. Then it will become more effective. That communication will become more effective. If we keep that doubt in the mind, then that doubt will start growing and it will create another doubt. It will create the covering and there will be more communication gap. So therefore, we need to clear these doubts. When the communication gaps are coming, we have to get it clear. Right? Spiritual subjects or in the material life, anywhere, we have to make it more clear. On a very healthy way, in a proper healthy way, not in a challenging way. Sometimes somebody wants to communicate some points and somebody understands something. And there are misunderstandings. So therefore there has to be a lot of communication kind of understanding.
Thank you for the wonderful class.
No, thank you. Yes. Mike?
Prabhuji, the Nagpur treaties are the same books of Madhavendra Puri.
Yes. That deity was later transferred to Nathdwara. That is another desire of the Lord. That Lord wants to go there now. Okay. Hare Krishna. So there will be Kirtan now. Hare Krishna.